Hi everybody, welcome to Tim Talks. I'm Tim Bucher from Trattori Farms, and this week we're showing you how we harvest olives on the ranch. So I'm standing in one of our olive groves. We call this our super high density block. It's Arbequina olives for the most part from Spain. And the way we pick olives is we do everything by hand. We have these pickers that have battery packs on them with fingers on the end. So the first thing we do is we lay down tarps, and then we take these electric fingers, as we call them, and basically push them into the tree, as you can see in these videos. The fingers gently then make the olives fall down onto the mats, where they're then collected. We roll them down the hill, and then even though our mill actually sucks out all the leaves and the twigs, we do some pre-blowing of leaves in the field, just so that we don't have to haul that to the mill. So, and then they just compost in the field naturally. But once we get the olives, we get enough in the bins, we then take the bin directly to the mill. So here on the ranch, the olives go from tree to mill in about 15 minutes or so, since it's right over on the other side of the hill. When the olives come in, the first thing we do is we weigh them. Then they go into this hopper here. And from this hopper, they then go up the conveyor. And there's a big blower up here which basically sucks out all the leaves and the twigs and sucks it out and brings it down here, which then goes into our compost center. Then the olives go into the wash basin. When this is on, it washes them, and then we do a final rinse. Then they go into this hopper here, where they go either to the hammer mill or to the stone mill. And today the hammer mill is being used. And so at the hammer mill, it grinds up the olives, pits and all, turns it into a paste, and then the paste basically gets mixed for a while. And when you start to see that sheen, you know that the olive oil is ready to be extracted. So then we turn on this pump here, which pumps it to the centrifuge. Notice these little blue lines. We basically have argon dispersed everywhere here in the mill, so that no oxygen gets to the paste or the oil. The olive paste then comes over to this machine, which is a horizontal centrifuge, which separates the solids from the liquids. And then the liquids get pumped up to this tank and then go down into this machine here, which separates the oil, liquid gold right here, from the water. And this water goes to the recycling center. Now all of the solids get pumped by this pump here, up and over, and comes out here in these bins. And then once these bins are full with what we call olive pumice, we take it down to our compost center. So nothing is wasted, everything stays on the ranch, and then that composts down, and we basically spread it in our olives and in our vineyards. So a lot of people ask, when's the best time to harvest olives? And it's a really good question. One thing people might not know is that all olives start green, and all olives will turn black. It's just where they are at in their ripening profile. So in terms of the optimal harvest time for oil extraction, it's about when the olives are 50% black and 50% green. And one of the things that we do when we check whether or not it's time to harvest, we use all kinds of other fancier tests, but the best test is we call the squeeze test, where you take an olive, you pick it off the tree, and then you squeeze the olive. And basically, if you see a milky substance coming out of its stem hole, you're good to go. So these olives are ready, and that's why we're harvesting today. And we also have good weather in front of us. So again, you see that milky substance coming right out pretty easily when you squeeze it, ready to go. So we like to pick, like I say, about 50-50, 50% green, 50% black. And not every tree is perfect. So this tree here happens to be a lot more green. The tree right over there is almost all black. The next tree is perfect. So we look for kind of that average ripening profile, which is right in the middle. And then we harvest it. Again, we bring it right into our mill. Olive oil is about freshness. So going from tree, once you pick it, the olive will start to ferment aerobically. Any exposure to air, we do everything by hand here, because if you rip the skin, you'll start to ferment it even more. So we always like to maintain that quality to the mill. And then even at the mill, we use argon gas and cover all of the paste everywhere so that no contamination, no oxygen gets to the olive paste or the olive oil in the end. So that's how we harvest olives here on the ranch at Tortoy Farms. I hope you've learned a little bit more about olives. Thanks for watching Tim Talks. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.